Hey guys, welcome to this installment of Mike's Vehicle Vlogs. I got a little story to kind of tell you guys tonight, and I kind of want to know if anybody else watching this has had the same kind of issue happen to them. I find it to be kind of strange that it's not only happened to me once, but twice, and I just kind of want to get somebody else's feedback on this. So let me tell you what's going on. I remember a couple of weeks ago I was going to the gas station here in town to fill up the Escape. I had just gotten paid and I can go 2 weeks in the Escape, from fill up to fill up. So it was payday and I went to go get gas in the Escape. Just a typical visit. You get out of the car, you do your method of payment, whether you do your card or you go inside to pay, and then you come back out. The pump is either telling you if the payment's going to be authorized, or if you pay inside, then obviously it's ready for you to lift the nozzle, select your grade of gas, and start pumping away. So I did just that. The pump was ready, took off the nozzle, shoved it into the filler tube of the Escape, and I pushed what I usually put into the car, which I'm sure, like a lot of people, just because of the price of gasoline here and there, is always like 87 octane. And there's nothing wrong with 87. I think 87's fine. I never have any problem with my vehicles running on 87, but that's usually what I get. So I'm sure that just like everybody else. So 87, and of course the pump does the thing where all the lights light up and the numbers on the display all turn to 0 or 8 or whatever, and obviously the pump is getting ready. And before I start pumping, I noticed that it went over to grade 93 instead, and I had to think for a second. I pushed 87, right? Well, I did push 87. I know I did. I always push 87. I didn't even drop anything into the tank yet, so I took the nozzle and I hung it back up on the pump. Then I started over. I undid everything again, pushed 87, everything lit up, and of course 87 came out that time. So I found that to be kind of odd, that I wanted to use the 87. I wanted to pay for the 87 octane, but instead it went to the 93. And that kind of got me thinking, is it some kind of coincidence or some kind of error in the pump that did that, or I don't know. I was thinking, well, maybe it was just a one-time error. The gas pump basically trying to cheat me and making me pay for the higher grade gas when they don't want it. So that was in the back of my mind. But then I thought, nah, it's just a little stupid error. But tonight it happened again, and this time I didn't catch it. So my wife and I are out doing our thing this evening. We went to a couple of stores and stuff, and we had the Fiesta this time, and the Fiesta was low on gas. Before we came home, we stopped off at a gas station in that town, an entirely different gas station from the gas station that I went to the first time. We got to the pump, and we were going to be paid in cash this time, so I went inside the store. I put my money down or handed it to the guy and told him, what pump. Came back out, and I, opened, same process. The pump's all ready to go, so I take the nozzle off of the pump, put it into the Fiesta, and I push 87. It beeped, the lights went on, I wasn't paying attention. I just saw the display, finally went back to 0, and I started pumping away. And I was looking at the price and noticing that the price is moving, but the gallons really aren't, and I'm thinking that's kind of strange. And then just as it was nearing the end of the cycle for the dollar amount that we paid for, I see it. The 93 button is lit up, and I'm thinking. Then I had to tell my wife what had happened. Now, I find it strange, extremely strange now, that this has happened to me twice, where it goes to the 93 octane when I'm not wanting to pay for the 93. There's a huge jump in price from the 87 to the 93. I mean, it's well over $1. It's almost $2 more, actually. And I was a little peeved by this. I actually tried looking some stuff up on Google and such in regards to the gas pumps doing this, and I really couldn't figure out a way to search it, which is why I kind of got the idea to just make a small vlog about this. But I can't seem to find anything else. I see other stories in regards to how the gas station, you know, you might want the 93 octane, but the 93 is actually 87 in disguise, and you know, so I don't know. There's stuff along those lines, but I was just, you know, obviously we didn't get the amount of gas that we had paid for because it went from the cheapest gas that, you know, we wanted to the highest, and obviously for the dollar amount that we paid, really didn't get anything at all. And I don't know why I didn't catch it this time. So there's nothing wrong with the 93. If it was definitely a cheaper gas, price wise, I would use 93 all the time, but it's, you know, I just don't understand it. So that's kind of why I wanted to make this video telling you the story. Has anybody watching this had that happen to them? Have you had the gas pump automatically switch grades of gas on you without your consent? You know, I just want to know, because I'm sure I can't be the only one that's happened to. You know, so especially since it was 2 different gas stations that it's happened at. So let me know in the comment section below if this has happened to you. In another unrelated topic to this, I just wanted to make a comment in regards to a vlog that I just now uploaded, and that was vlog number 39, which was called Everything Happens for a Reason. I made that vlog over a month ago, when close to a month ago, like a couple weeks ago. And basically, it was a vlog kind of telling you guys about, you know, an update status of some personal things that were going on with my life. I basically kind of pointed out that I was getting a new job, and you know, I was leaving the retail store that I had been working at for 8 years. And well, even though I didn't list off, you know, the name of the retail place and such, you know, I just, you know, for privacy and such, you know, I mentioned my reasons why for leaving, and, you know, some of that was, you know, I was saying things in regards to customers and how people were mean and stuff. And, you know, I was watching it again before I uploaded this video, and I do just want to say that, you know, I really didn't hate the job so much. I liked the job. There were a lot of things about the job that I didn't like, but I mean, overall, I was satisfied for my time overall with this retail establishment. And not every customer was mean. I mean, I definitely had a lot of good customer experiences there. But you know, you tend to remember the ones who are not nice. And that's where a lot of that was coming from. There was a lot of anxiety just from dealing with people. You never know what kind of customer you're going to get when you work in retail. So I just wanted to point that out there, because I don't know what kind of I don't want everybody to think that I hated every customer that walked in through the door. That's not true at all. I really like helping people and such. I just always noticed a change in people's attitudes when they're shopping for something, and I really hope when I shop around, I don't change when I walk in through the doors of a retail establishment. But I definitely had a lot of good customer experiences, and I just didn't want everybody to think that I was calling out everybody as being mean. So there was that, and then of course the video also was talking about my issue with depression and anxiety, which have been a lot better recently, ever since I left the retail environment. So that's definitely gone down some. But I just can't stress it enough, especially as this is being filmed, and ironically enough, I decided to, I had it planned to put that video up today, but yesterday, one of my favorite musicians, Chris Cornell, as of right now, still it's looking like an apparent suicide. And again, obviously there are some depression issues there, but it really hit home to me, just because I grew up listening to Soundgarden and such, one of my favorite bands from the 90s. So again, that's another one of my favorite musicians gone due to something like that. And while all of the the facts and stuff are still being worked out, because this just happened yesterday, there's still a lot of stuff to investigate. I just can't stress it enough. If you are dealing with depression or anxiety or any kind of mental crisis, do not hesitate to get the help that you need. There's there's help out there, and people who care and will try to fix you and the situation, as best as they can. Don't let anybody try to tell you that there's, no hope for you, or, oh, you don't need help, you're fine. Seriously, do not wait to get help. That's all I want to say. But that video went up, just now. It's only got 6 views right now. So there's that. I just wanted to throw that out there again. It's very important to me, especially since I've been through it. Even though everything's better with it now, it's probably something I'll have to deal with for the rest of my life. I've dealt with it for the majority of my life already, and it got to the point where my job doing retail, it was really weighing me down and making that worse, just because of not necessarily dealing with people all the time and stuff, but there were a lot of other inside factors at this job, and it was all just kind of getting to the point where I was just, I had to stop. So that being said, I started my new job. This is the end of my 3rd week at the new job, and I'm loving it so far. I am enjoying what I do now, so I definitely feel better. And everything's going good now. So that's all I wanted to say. Oh, one other thing. I just did the first MVS video with the new editing technique in a way, and it's going to be posted tomorrow. So as this is being watched, there may already be several MVS features out, because now I'm trying to do the once a week thing. So either Fridays or Saturdays, today being Friday, so tomorrow is Saturday, and the first kickoff for this new MVS plan is going to go live tomorrow. And you know, I did the video, I did the editing technique a little differently, and I did notice somewhat of a difference. That, you know, I was able to kind of cut off at least 3 minutes from the average MVS video. As I continue to kind of experiment with this, I'm sure I will be able to get a nice new formula kind of down pat, trying to get rid of a lot of the silence from the narration, trying to make some clips shorter, and you know, because I'm trying to kind of find a compromise between the people who like the nice detailed part of the features, which is what I've always gone for, but I'm also trying to find a compromise for the people who either don't like the background music because I quit talking, or they don't like the fact that I'm not talking. So, you know, there's pauses in between my script, or some of the clips are just way too long and uncalled for. So, you know, I'm trying to kind of roll these up into one thing and find a nice compromise for this finally. And since I have a nice daytime shift now with my job and a nice consistent schedule, you know, I'm making certain amount of time on certain days to work on the editing and you know, obviously filming days, and you know, hopefully, like I said, I'll be able to keep MVS up per week. So that's what I'm getting at. So hopefully that turns out well at this point, because this is already a few you know, weeks behind. If you like this video, if you like any of the other videos, if you like Mike's Vehicle Spotlight, please don't forget to like, or I guess, you know, give this a thumbs up. I guess that's what I probably should start saying, because on YouTube now they're either thumbs up or thumbs down. So I think I'm going to change it to thumbs up. So if you like this video, if you like these other videos, if you like Mike's Vehicle Spotlight, don't forget to thumbs up, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And also check out Mike's Vehicle Spotlight if you haven't already. It is my official vehicle touring segment that I post right here on this channel every week. Alright guys, I will see you later. Take care.